What is going on, Judd, here? I am going to speak to you about something that's super important that so many business owners completely ignore, and it's revenue is vanity, cash is sanity. You see, a business without cash is like not having oxygen, right? If we consider our business as a patient that's on an operating table, they need oxygen to be able to survive. I see so many contractors going out there in our industry, and literally they're on a race to the bottom. They literally are pricing things without truly understanding their costs associated with their business. And so they end up pricing it at a top line level, a retail price point that ends up not having any profit attached to that. And I understand what that's like because I remember starting out 26 years ago in the industry. And I remember not having any cash at the end of the season to be able to truly make it through the winters to go back into spring again. And the reason why is I was collecting a lot of money on the top line, putting it in my pocket and bank account. But by the time I go to pay for labor and I pay for the cost of goods and the administrative expenses and overhead and taxes, there's nothing left. So it felt like I was making money all year, but I was actually not making any profit really associated with the business. So if you're that person right now that's challenged with being able to truly understand your numbers and costing your jobs properly so that before you send out a proposal to a client, it's too late to truly understand your numbers so that you're always sending out proposals that are going to drive profit to your bottom line. After all, if somebody's looking at buying your business, they absolutely will be looking at your P&L. They will be looking at your balance sheet and cash flow analysis as well. These are all important things to any kind of financial well-being of your company. And if you don't understand what a P&L, a balance sheet, or a cash flow analysis would look like for your business, that's something you may want to dig into, whether it's with us here as the Asphalt Kingdom coaches that can work with you to help you understand your financials, or if you work with an accountant or somebody that you're looking to connect with that can help you through that, you need to not be ignoring this. And so what I'm going to do is help you. I'm going to give something to you that's really important. I'm all about paying it forward here at Asphalt Kingdom with all of our community members. Been in this industry a long time, and I want to make sure that you get what you need so that you're not making the mistakes out there in the industry of being the lowball bidder and also not having any cash at the end of your season. Let's make sure we set you up for success. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you inside of the AK-Dash system, which will allow you to navigate to your calculators. Inside of your calculators here, you've got a seal coating job cost calculator, and you can literally use this calculator to insert the number of square feet that you have for a specific job that you have. You're going to be able to look at your coverage rates that are here. How many square feet do I get per gallon? Number of coats of seal coat that I'm looking to do. Sealer price cost per gallon. Your labor cost for that project. Operation costs, fuel, insurance, depreciation, and your markup percentage. So let's just say hypothetically, we're doing a 100,000 square foot job and we're going to get 50 square feet per gallon. We're going to do 2 coats, and our sealer price per gallon, we're presently paying $3. Labor cost on this project is going to be $900. Operating costs, fuel, insurance, depreciation. What I want to make sure of is I'm putting that in there effectively. So if I look at administrative costs, if I look at any kind of my operational costs annually that are fixed, I want to divide that by 365 days a year to get my number that I need to putting in here. So I end up, let's say, with $600 today in operating costs. And I want to make 50% markup on this particular deal. You'll see here that I can go ahead and calculate. So I need 2,000 gallons of material. I need to have, you can see 2 coats, 4,000 gallons, right? So 2,000 times 2. Total sealer cost that I have right here is $12,000 at the $3 per gallon rate. Job cost is $13,500. Sell price is $20,250, and I'm going to make $67.50, right? And so that's an important thing. We've got some how to use the seal coating job calculator down here as well. But this is really important for you to spend the time on and make sure you're pricing your jobs effectively, no matter if it's a line striping job, an infrared patching job, a crack fill, job cost calculator for crack sealing jobs. And then, of course, we have the complete job cost calculator that really allows you to do a complete job scope, not just by service, but actually going in for a full job costing calculation analysis so that you can start to lay out what your budgeted costs are in order to achieve a profitable number. And so this is very, very important. A lot of people do not go through this. And it's really actually just a matter of putting in the number of square feet that you need to be doing, number of linear feet in this particular case. You can see crack repair, but you want to fill this out, and then you want to also input the rate that's in here relating to the material cost that you have as well. So an example would be if I've got to do 100,000 square feet and my cost rate is 2 cents a square foot, there's $2,000 in costs associated with surface prep, for example. If I look at crack repair, I'm doing, let's say, 10,000 linear feet, and my cost is 14 cents in material for crack sealer, then I have $1,400 in cost on material. Patching, let's say that I'm doing 10,000 square feet in patching, and my cost is running at $2.50 per square foot for patching. I've got $25,000 in costs. Then I go to seal coating square footage. I'm doing 100,000 square feet, same as the surface prep. And my cost per square foot, I'm running at 0.08 cents a square foot for materials. Striping linear feet, I'm going to be doing 5,000 linear feet, let's just say. And my cost per linear foot is 18 cents a linear foot. And then I can add in additional scopes. So for an example, if I wanted to add in concrete repairs, I could put in, as an example, concrete repairs. And then I can put like 4,000 square feet of concrete repairs at a cost of $2 a square foot, and put the cost in. I can delete that scope there. If I want to add more, and I can do that. But my total material cost is $53,400 on this particular project, okay? All right, now let's look at other direct costs right here. So direct labor, let's think about this. We're going to have a total man hours on this project of 60 hours at $25 an hour rate. Subcontractors that we have coming in to do the project. We have one subcontractor coming in, they're charging me $4,000, okay? Equipment hourly, we're running at, there's going to be a total of 40 hours that we're going to be running on the equipment at $250 an hour. There's our equipment cost, $10,000 because we're renting our own equipment. We're covering that expense as well, building that in. We can add more scopes in here. So you could put vehicle rentals or whatever you want. So now down here, you can see these are direct costs that we have here at $15,500. Now we go into indirect costs. So overhead expenses. Let's say that my overhead expenses, and I'll show you here on a calculator, just bear with me and I'll pull this right in on screen. So let's go ahead over here. If my overhead expenses annually are $200,000 and I divide that by 365, I'm at $547. And this is $547 times 2, because it's going to take me 2 days to do this project hypothetically, or let's say even 4 days. This is going to be a 4-day project. So I'm putting 2,191 in here, 2,191 in overhead expenses. I also have administrative costs for our secretary. I've got, we've got a pavement assessment appointment setter. We've got an accountant. We've got a controller. And so we've got $200,000 that's built in there as well. And we know that when we divide that by 365 days, we're sitting at 547. So what I need to do is multiply that by 4 because it's taken 4 days to do. Again, I'm back at the 2191 as per above. And now sales commission. Let's say that there is a sales commission that we're paying on this total deal. We're going to put 10%. Okay, that's what I'm plugging as a percentage of the total deal. And now I'm going to put payroll taxes in here for, let's just hypothetically say it's broken down into $300 over 4 days. Employee benefits, I'll put the same. You need to calculate this over a year, right? And then break it down into your daily rates. Let's do that. All right, and then what we want to look at here is we can see that the contract value, I'm going to be looking at generating revenue off of this. So I'm going to be selling this particular project for $100,000. We can see that there's going to be some additional concrete sales that we're going to do in here of 23,000 that I'm going to punch in. So this is a $123,000 project for everything that I've marked above here, okay? Now we go down here and we can see that what it's doing is automatically calculating the total costs associated with the project. It's calculating, and actually we have to make an adjustment. You can see we only put 10 in there, but if it's 10% that we're paying commission on the total of 123,000, it would be a $12,300 commission. Remember that. And now down here we can see that we're now at 29.69% margin. That's not enough. So what we want to do is increase our pricing to make sure that we're making money. We're in this business to make money, again, not low bidding, right? And so we want to increase our pricing, our retail pricing, not because everyone else is doing whatever. We really want to make sure that whatever we're quoting, we're able to actually make money with. So, we can go and make 50K in 4 days or whatever it is based upon the above cost analysis. And this is just an example of what you should be doing before you actually go and quote a project, because if you're just pricing it based upon a gut feeling, there's a good chance that you're not going to have any profit at the end of it. You don't have the optics that you need. And so down here, it literally gives you a summary of everything that you need. And this is, again, inside of the AK Dash system. And if you're looking for complete free access to this job costing solution that we have inside of here, all you have to do is give us a call at our toll-free number, or you can comment down below and we'll drop a link in to be able to set up a meeting with our AK Dash superstar who will unlock this for you. And it's completely free to access these calculators. So please don't hesitate. We're here to support you in your business and make sure that you're winning with the profit that you need so that you can develop enterprise value and one day have a business that's actually sellable. Remember, money in your pocket's important, and to any buyer, that profit is what attracts them, right? So make sure that we're building a business the right way. I hope this video has helped you, and please don't hesitate. Click that subscribe button, the like, punch that, and also comment down below with calculator if you're interested in having access to this, or drop us a DM or a PM on any of our social media platforms with calculator, and we will give you access to this for free. Hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in.